Hi, and welcome to the short introduction to the most important layout actions of MES Model and Refactor. With these actions, you can quickly and easily improve the layout of your subsystems. Let's start with one of the most frequently used actions called straighten lines from block. Imagine you're working on this subsystem and you have just added new blocks and signal lines in this area. Now you want to easily and quickly improve the layout. With MES MoRe, you can select the block that dominates the layout of your subsystem. This is usually the largest block in the current subsystem. Then start the action Straighten Lines from Block from the More menu, which opens the dialog. When you click Apply, the action moves all the connected blocks so that the signal lines are straight. You can also do this recursively so that the more distant blocks are moved as well. The recursive option works especially well when a large block dominates the layout of the current subsystem. In the second example here, the dominant block is the large bus creator block that I select for the action. Then, in this example here, the entire layout can be improved with a single click. If you want, you can also adjust the size of the selected block by setting a new port spacing. This can help you to avoid overlapping of the shifted blocks. The next two layout actions I want to show you are called Adjust Blocks to Destinations and Adjust Blocks to Sources. The use case is similar to before, but a little bit different. Again, the idea is to improve the layout so that the signal lines are straight. However, instead of shifting the blocks next to a selected block, you can now shift the selected blocks themselves. So imagine I want to shift only the selected blocks here, so that the signal lines are straight. For this, I can just use the Adjust Blocks to Destinations action from the More menu. For the opposite direction, you can simply use the Adjust Blocks to Sources action. However, the action not only adjusts the position of the blocks, but also the size of the blocks to align with the connected ports. A classic use case is a bus selector placed before a subsystem. Both actions can also be applied to several blocks in a row. The next action can be used to arrange the port blocks in your subsystem. Unlike the previous actions, the port blocks are positioned not only vertically, but also horizontally. If you apply the action only to the selected port blocks, they will be aligned with other non-selected port blocks. If you apply the action to all port blocks without selecting anything, the port blocks are positioned at the left and right edge of the subsystem. The action also adjusts the necessary spacing for block names and signal labels. The next action from the layout category is called match block size to icon text. In Simulink, a lot of blocks, like constant blocks, display names or numbers on their icon. With MoRe, you can automatically resize these blocks to match the text displayed on their icon. Blocks that are too small are made larger, and blocks that are too large are made smaller, resulting in a uniform layout. You can apply the action only to the selected blocks, or by selecting nothing at all, to all blocks with icon text in the current subsystem. You can configure the padding, which is the distance between the icon text and the block's border, in MoRe's configuration file. If you want to use a different padding in the current subsystem, you can override the config values in the Actions dialog. In addition, you can use the same size for blocks of the same block type, which can result in a more consistent layout.